When you come out of narcissistic abuse and you were in a relationship with a narcissist and you know full well that they are most likely going to run a smear campaign, that they have their flying monkeys who keep enabling and supporting them, and you as the former victim, now survivor, you start isolating yourself, which is a very natural outcome when you embark on the healing journey, or when you come out of an abusive or toxic relationship per se, because also the narcissist has most likely separated you from a support system and you had been living a life in isolation while you were with them. There is something that happens while you are in this isolated state right after the relationship, and it can last for weeks and months while you're still trying to get rid of the trauma bond and this cognitive dissonance in you. And that is called isolation distortion. And what happens is basically that you develop a sort of, I would almost say, paranoia that even keeps you isolated even more, because you develop a sort of social anxiety or social fear and intrusive thoughts where you believe that the people around you, the people that you meet, maybe even complete strangers who don't know you, who don't know the narcissist, who don't know anything about your situation and what you're currently going through, that they have thoughts and opinions about you and your relationship. And usually it gets to a point where while you're in this isolating state, that you will catastrophize certain outcomes or situations that don't even exist, or that will most likely never happen. You feel like you're being observed and judged by the whole world around you. You were maybe also made to feel inadequate, or made to feel guilty about the nature of your breakup, and made to believe the worst things about yourself. And then you start projecting this negative belief onto each and every one around you, and you think this is being mirrored back to you. Even though, like I said, the people don't even know your situation or your ex-partner. Yeah, that is a real thing that happens when you start isolating yourself right after coming out of narcissistic abuse, or even weeks and months after it, because you live a life in isolation. Your brain starts to get back to normal, to the reality that you have actually experienced, to resolve the cognitive dissonance, to reconnect to old friends, family members, or people in your community, in the neighborhood, and realize that the catastrophe that you are making up in your head is actually not real.